Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works, that super secret research and development division of Dr. Jet Laboratories, where we sit around all day and we invent things and we make stuff. Today, there's been a lot of talk about small twin catamarans lately. And in fact, I did not realize this. Big B is working on a twin catamaran as we speak. And his twin catamaran is 21 inches. I did not realize this until just today, that this is 18 and a half inches. This is smaller than Big B's cat. So, I did not realize that. Anyway, this is the H&M Micro Drifter. I have been working on this hull for years and years. And it's satin. It has sat up on a shelf, ignored for the better part of a year here, a year there. I was going to do it in one paint scheme, and I had it 99.9% done, and then something happened and blew everything to hell. So I went back to the original factory stickers and said, you know what, I'll just put these stickers on and be done with it. It's, after all, a model boat. So what do we have here? It's the Micro Drifter. It's got some nice ride pads on it. It's got foam on it. It has that same non-water pickup rudder that Big B's using on his. I may wind up having to shorten this a little bit. That's a lot of rudder in the water for this small of a boat. But we'll cross that bridge after it gets its maiden. I'm running counter-rotating 4mm struts with, believe it or not, a ball thrust bearing there. And these are just those inexpensive short struts. I think they're 55mm. Inside here is where it gets cool. Oh, by the way, when you're running more than one speed control that has a BEC, make sure you disable the BEC on your other speed control, so only one of them is feeding BEC to the servos. Otherwise, they'll get in a fight and they'll start arguing with each other, and you don't want that. So disconnect the red lead from your servo plug that goes to the receiver. You follow that? So I've got two receiver ESC leads going in to one, and I've disabled the red side on one of them. Doesn't matter which one. Okay, so in here we have two new, as in Steve New, 1107 1.5Y helicopter motors. These are air-cooled motors. They have a built-in fan, and it blows through this shroud over these fins, keeps the motors cool. These motors will probably pull somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 to 45 amps in this setup. I'm using the Hobby King Sea-Wing 120 Pro ESC, so I'm not running any water cooling to it. It's more than twice as big as it needs to be for these little motors. I like that speed control because it works flawlessly, and it's easy to program, and it doesn't take up a lot of real estate. I'm using a high-tech HS 77 ball bearing. That's their low-profile ball bearing servo, and I set it up in a pull using my 30-second music wire. I may do a change out here. I may go to 30-second braided cable. Just, you see what I had to do here? I had to put a bend in these rods just to make everything work. So anyway, why am I telling you this? Why am I showing you this? Because next week, boys and girls, next week, probably Wednesday, this will get its maiden voyage. And if all goes according to plan, I may even sneak in the maiden voyage on Secret Project X. Until then, boys and girls, jet out.